I believe in aliens, extraterrestrials, is because of the numerous encounters that I feel I've had over the years. When I lived up in Chicago, I was driving with a friend back to um, the old city that I lived in, Peoria, and we were on, I believe it's Route 72, heading southwest. It was a nice summer night. I had a LeBaron convertible. I had the top down, and we're just cruising along the highway, and there's no other cars in sight, and we're enjoying the fresh air. When all of a sudden, my friend, he looks up and he says, "Hey, what's that in the sky?" And I look over. There's this bright glowing orb that is looks like a star, looks like a plane, but I don't know exactly what it is. And it's slightly getting bigger, and it appears as if it's following our car. I remember looking down at the dash. I see the time. It's 9:40, 9:30, around that time. And next thing I know, it's like I blinked, and we're now driving west on Interstate 80. We're about 40 miles, give or take, from this location where we seen the lights. And I can't remember driving those 40 miles. And when I look down at the clock, I see that it's now close to midnight. I can't account for that time and why it took, almost 3 hours to drive from, the point where I was to where we were now, which was about 40 miles. Um, I look over at my friend and I can tell he feels exactly the same way that I do. And I ask him, "Do you remember that drive or like how we got here after we seen the lights?" And he's just perplexed and confused as I am. The rest of the way home, we didn't talk. We just felt weird. We felt like um, we couldn't explain what happened to us. And for him, I think that it affected him even more, and he would go down just a path of alcoholism and homelessness. And he never seemed right after that experience. At about 6 months, 7 months after this encounter, I'm working, living up in Chicago, and I'm driving home. It's 2 in the morning. I'd just gotten off work, and I remember I'm listening to Coast AM with George Norrie, and I look over, and there's that same light in the sky, and it's following me home alongside the car, and it was there for maybe a minute, and then it flickers and it just sort of shoots off into the sky. A couple weeks later, after this, I'm at home alone and I get this feeling like I'm being watched, and I just felt very uneasy. And I don't know why, but I felt like I should look out the window. And when I did,